Well, okay, the new, my dudes. Hello, everybody. It is Dave here, and welcome back to Abyss of the Sacrifice, episode 3, guys. So, hope you guys are all still doing well, and you're all just staying generally safe during these times of the pandemic that we're all kind of getting used to now, I suppose. So, in the last episode, we made quite a bit of progress actually. So we started with Miki kind of having some flashbacks again about possibly a friend or senpai or maybe a family member. Sounds as if they got involved in the incident or whatever accident has happened in Foundation, the city, I believe is what it's called. Then we returned back to reality where she had helped Asuna, or Anastasia, as we've learned, maybe her real name, helped her get to a resting area so where she could just recover, but she's passed out. So Miki came to the conclusion that she was still alive after doing a full body examination, very thorough body examination. So did an examination. No, Asuna or Anastasia had no obvious signs of injury, but was covered in blood. So it would suggest it's not her blood. So what the hell has happened to her? So we've still to find that out. But Miki's not being a medically trained person, but decided we need to go find some medical supplies from the infirmary. While getting there, we ended up coming up to a blocked doorway or partition, when we were just going to, fuck off, find somewhere other way around. But we then heard a voice. So Miki, after doing some exploring and using an underground vent and climbing up a ladder, used some items that we got along the way, like a metal plate and a spring, to open a manhole cover. And then we came across a new face. So we came across the third protagonist girl in the game, Olga. So we saw Anastasia's uniform. It looks as if Olga's wearing the same uniform. So whether they're classmates or whether they just happen to go to the same school, we don't know. They might know each other, but we don't know yet. We'll have to wait till Asuna or Anastasia gets better, or at least becomes conscious. So we learned from Olga that she had a first aid kit, and also her father appears to be the doctor, or at least one of the doctors for Foundation. So thankfully, Olga is a bit medically experienced by the sound of things. So we took Olga back with us, with Miki and Olga heading back to Anastasia, where unfortunately, due to Olga having a scanner and just generally hearing about the symptoms from Miki, has determined that Anastasia has radiation poisoning. And we're just like, oh shit. So, and it's in the living quarters, so apparently that shouldn't be involved with radiation. I'm like, well, what the hell's happened? What's accident has occurred to Foundation, and now there's in radiation? Like, what the fuck's happening? So anyway, so we came to that conclusion. So apparently, according to Olga's assessment, Anastasia might only have a few hours to live unless we can somehow cure her radiation poisoning, which in a destroyed city, chances are pretty slim. So yeah, it's not looking very good for Asuna or Anastasia. We are continuing along the timeline. So we completed the introduction to Miki's story, and also completed the last section was blood in Miki's story. But now it appears that we are to move on to the first part of Olga's story. But is this the first part? Because Fetal Pulse was an intro to Miki's story. Maybe will we end up going back? Who knows? But anyway. So we're starting from Olga's perspective now. So we did hear from Olga that apparently her father is a doctor, and coincidentally, the chapter is called Father. So I guess we're going to learn a bit more about Olga's backstory and maybe what happened to her before she met Miki, and maybe this might give us some clues as to what the hell happened to Foundation. So let's go, Father. Oh, shit. So, since we're on Olga's timeline, I'm assuming we are looking at this from Olga's perspective. It definitely looks as if it's a different time as well. Oh, yeah. Okay. So Olga hurried down the hall, and holy shit, what the hell happened here? Definitely probably the same disaster that Miki's been seeing around her in her area. So, okay. So hurry down the hall. The fate of a human life is in my... What the frick? Well, this got deep and serious immediately, so Olga's apparently trying to help someone immediately. I'm responsible for someone's life. So I thought so. So her father has maybe taught her some medical training, and she's helping. Maybe this is from the infirmary, because if Miki was heading to the infirmary, it would make sense that Olga maybe came from the infirmary and had the first aid kit. This kind of pressure would be her everyday reality in the future, given her fated path. Yes, so she's to follow in her father's footsteps as a doctor or nurse, I guess. As the hospital director's daughter, he's the director. So he's not just a doctor, he's also the boss. Oh shit. That's a lot of pressure on her on her hands, really. But it's too soon. It's quite a burden on her shoulders. It's too soon. I'm not even at the starting line to begin on that path. Oh god. So she's relatively inexperienced. Well, she's still at school, she's still learning. Why is this happening? As she trudged through the dark hall, she recalled what had occurred. Wait. Mind blown. Okay, right. So, what the fuck? So, I thought this was looking into the past. Like, it's looking from the back, like the beginning of the story from Olga's perspective. But apparently, she's with Anastasia and Asuna. So I'm like, is Olga lying to us? She already met Anastasia? Or is this still real time? I don't know. Olga was looking down on the girl covered in blood. Exposed to radiation, she was near death with only a few hours left. All right, okay, so I guess it's not the past of her story, it's still the current present. I suppose that makes sense because on the timeline it was the same chapter as Blood on Miki's timeline. So I guess it makes sense. Radiation medicine could be found. Oh, so there is a way to cure a radiation poisoning. Olga already knew that much. She even knew where to find it. Great. Let's get her. Her father's hospital. Let's save Anastasia. Or Asuna. Adjusting volume there, guys. Sorry about that. So I'm guessing that's her father's voice and what a doctor's job is. Protect people. Save people's lives. One day, her father asked her this question. That's what I would think. Olga's father sighed at her timid answer and turned to face, uh-oh, not the answer he was looking for. Well, I'd imagine that's one of your responsibilities. Olga's heart ached as she realized she had failed her father. Oh, no. Right, so she's obviously struggling to try and follow in her father's footsteps, and he's disappointed in her. Tough. He continued. Well, yeah, that's pretty... Sorry for interrupting. That's pretty much what she said, though. Olga sighed as she turned the familiar corner to the hospital. Right, so that was the past. Is this now the present again? It took a while, but I got here faster than expected. I'm guessing not a lot of time has passed since this incident or whatever's happened to Foundation. Why is there a tree in the way of a door? Hope so. But she passed right by the pharmaceutical storeroom. Oh. Her destination was her father's research lab, or she's in her dad's lab. To open the specialized medicine shelf. Okay. And get past the high security, she knew she would need an ID card. Oh, God. Right, so she's looking for her father's ID. If her dad's potentially not around anymore, then he don't have any need for his ID. A copy of her father's ID should be somewhere in this room. Search. Of course. All right, then. Let's find her father's ID. I think it's in that drawer, but looks as if it might be locked. Let's have a look. Cup. Oh. I know from the sound of the conversation that her and her father aren't getting along completely well, but with that smug look on her face... Olga, you got some bad intentions. Obtained teacup. Okay, we'll take the teacup. interesting. Oh, maybe as well as the ID, maybe they need DNA, maybe it's biometric security. Documents are scattered across the desk, but nothing looks useful. Same. Alright. I don't think the teacup's going to help us, but let's this drawer. Seems locked and won't budge. Locked and won't budge. Biometrics. Input reader. She put her finger to the reader to test it. Clearly not going to accept yours. Well, hold on, let me go back. I have something that might have your dad's fingerprints on it, but we'll need to somehow extract them. It says error. How can this be opened? I need some... let's see, there must be other... Alright, other areas. Oh. See, well, he possibly had fingerprints on the touchpad on his laptop, but apparently that's not... Oh, the tape. The tape. Tin medical tape. Now I know what we need to do. So we need to combine... Okay. Okay, I was thinking we need to combine the medical tape with the teacup to make a copy of his fingerprint, but apparently it's not giving me the option to combine items. Oh, there, I was just doing it wrong. Right, so we've got a fingerprint. Fingerprint is stuck to the medical tape. Now, use this. Bingo! Bingo, guys. So I was just not doing the combination thing correctly. Looks like the lock opened. Okay, so let's have a look. Oh, hello. Possibly his diary. So she reached for an old medical book. Suddenly she realized she had seen it before. Oh, you've seen... She's seen this book before, shit. It was an old book that her father had treasured. She had originally seen it in his library. Okay, so it's a book he kept really secret, I guess, but she's seen it before. Her father had told her that this old medical book was very valuable. Back then, are we going to get a flashback? Uh-oh. Her father spoke in his usual controlled voice, but he sounds angry at the same time. Yeah, but Olga knew he was angry. She was young at the time, but she could tell. Oh, okay. She brought a dog home? Okay. Olga didn't understand why her father said no to the dog. Allergies? Or just no one able to have the time to look after it? It was only a small puppy she had found in front of their house. Oh no. This is what her father had taught her, and yet he ignored this puppy's life. Nope. In the end, her father wouldn't budge. He called the maid to take the pup out of the room. Uh-oh. Olga didn't know what happened to it after that. Probably best not thinking about. It was probably disposed of somewhere. That was when Olga first felt the pain of losing something precious. Oh. But now she understood why her father didn't let her keep the dog. Oh, so did he write the reason in this book? To keep a living creature meant to take on the full responsibility of a life. Oh, right, yeah. Young Olga had neither the ability nor the resolve to do that back then. I suppose that's true. I'm guessing the dad has absolutely no time to look after the dog. At least that's what her father thought, as a stern and rigid doctor. But young Olga couldn't understand his perspective then. Yeah. I don't think they said how old she was at this time, but younger. She thought, father should lose something precious. Oh, crap. Did you steal this book? So she secretly stole his treasured old medical book. Uh-oh. Oh, caught right away. He saw through her right away. And she soon returned the book. But her father misunderstood her actions. Right, so he thinks she's interested in the medical profession, I see. And praised her. Clueless dad. A man who rarely commended anyone was praising her for the wrong reasons. Olga was taken aback. I got in trouble. My dad praises me? No, she knows that he doesn't understand, I guess. She remembered the complex emotion she felt then as if it were yesterday. She's pissed off because she can't keep the dog and her dad's not listening to her, but at the same time she's happy he praised her. But for something I'd imagine she didn't want to do. Maybe she didn't want to become a medical student. Yeah, there's a slightly dark side to Olga I'm getting the vibes of, but possibly that's from her upbringing. Back then, she had not yet given up on defying her father. Yeah, her and her father did not get on, I guess, the whole time. She was so naive. It all felt so ridiculous when she thought about it now. Olga shook her head to stop herself from getting caught up in a memory. No, I'm racing the clock. Yeah, you need to help Anastasia. My thoughts can wait. She moved the medical book aside. Oh, okay, so the answer's not in the book. Oh, the ID. Anything else? Nope, just the ID. With the ID card in hand, she hurried to the pharmaceutical storeroom. Oh. Well, I guess if there was a major disaster or some big event happened, I guess chaos could have ensued here, but it looks as if someone stole your meds and trashed the place. I clearly see the door. Anything else worth looking at? Apparently not. I could use an item, but I guess I need to go up to the door. So it's in here, okay? But if it's valuable stuff, I guess he would lock it away. The door seems locked. Yeah, well, I guess we need to use... That's what a dad looks like? Icon. Team leader. ID expired. Expired? I can't read the date on for sure, but if his ID is expired, this might not help. Well, let's give it a shot. Wait, do I need a code too? Or just the ID? It's displaying what looks like numbers, but it seems to be broken. Hold on. Olga's father's ID. 10, 23, 32? Oh shit. Error. Okay, so it's fucked. Huh. It's just masking tape. The only thing I've got with numbers on it is... Doesn't look as if... Just judging from the screen size, it's probably not 6 numbers. 23, 32 maybe? Oh, it looks like it only accepts 3 numbers. Is there a clue? Right, I can't go any further back. wondering if there's a clue. Is there another number on here I'm missing? I don't believe you can look at objects any differently. This is probably easier than I think. I think I'm getting the hang of it. I just maybe need a slight hint. The mysterious lines on the screen seem to be broken up digital numbers. Connecting them should form a three-digit. Right, so it's confirmed it's a three-digit number. Right, okay, so I'm looking at 3 digits, so I need to think about it more widely. So this first number, I think, has to be... I was about to say I think it has to be a 4, but it might not necessarily be a 4. Could it be a 5? Oh, but then if that's part of that number, that doesn't make sense. I was just like, oh, let's try that. Right. I need to... Yeah, this might take a while, guys. So I'll maybe have to make a cut here. I'll be back when I figure it out. Mysterious lines of the screen seem to be broken up digital numbers. Connecting them should form a 3-digit. Wait, am I reading it wrong? The mysterious lines on the screen seem to be broken up. Connecting them should form a 3-digit number. Oh, wait. Am I... So, the mysterious lines on the screen seem to be broken up digital numbers. All right. God damn it, it's right there. So... Connecting them up, so the last digit is 1. Four. 1, 4. I'm a fucking idiot. 0? Is it 0, 4, 1? No. Seven, 4, 1. Jesus. Oh my God. Hang on, let me see that. I'm still not absolutely convinced that looks like a 7. Well, it's the line on the very far left side that made that misleading, guys. God, that took me ages to get that. So there we go. The code was 741, guys. Jeez, oh God, I think that took me about half an hour to work that out. Jesus Christ. Right, anyway, so guys, we've managed to crack open the door to Olga's father's medical cabinet. So let's see what we got. Well, this one, yeah, I was going to say that one catches my eye. But let's see if there's anything else we can look at. Nope. All right. Oh, hold on. That looks, yeah, thought so. That looks like it's possibly for an ID card. It's an ID card reader. The scan lines must mean it's waiting to scan something. Well, let's present your father's ID. When she held the ID to the scanner, a panel with numbers appeared. Oh. The panel asked for a passcode to match the ID security level. 8 spaces long. Oh shit! Oh, that is very interesting. Okay, so this is a protagonist or our character number 4. So we're meeting up with blonde-haired, I believe this is Chloe, if I remember correctly. So this is Chloe. So sounds as, judging from that tone, it sounds as if she might know Olga. Okay. She spun around to find a girl. Maybe not. Okay, well, judging from that, they don't know each other, but that's interesting. Well, I think Olga will be like, I'm the fucking daughter of the director of this medical establishment, so fuck you. The girl's tone was as cold as ice, and her eyes were like daggers. Yeah, and again, Chloe doesn't look as... She's not striking me as if she's wearing any kind of school uniform, and that bag makes me think she's maybe military? Maybe she's older. Overwhelmed by the girl's hostility, Olga was at a loss for words. Yeah, it's a bit of a frosty atmosphere here. A spark of interest flashed through the girl's eyes. Okay, shoot, so Chloe must have seen the ID card badge, like face badge, maybe recognizes the director. She maybe knows Olga's dad. She scoffed with the same bitter expression. So she's impressed. So yeah, it definitely makes it sound as if Chloe might know the director. So, But she kind of strikes me as someone who's up to no good, or maybe as some kind of military person. I don't know, I just get that vibe. She jerked her chin at the storeroom. Or maybe one of my assumptions was correct, that she's up to no good. Olga was taken off guard. Good question. Well, you could have helped me about 30 minutes ago, love. Okay, she modestly shrugged her shoulders. Well, I mean... Well, okay, it was 8 digits and the ID number was less. Yeah, the ID number was less, so... She modestly shrugged her shoulders. Interesting, but how do you know that information? The girl held up a piece of paper. What? Okay, a bunch of numbers were in the middle and English letters were on the left. Definitely looked like the key to some code. Olga was conflicted. This strange girl had come out of nowhere, yeah? Should she trust her? Very good question. I mean, Olga doesn't appear to trust I just get the sense that Olga and Miki don't trust each other just yet, and we don't have a clue where Asuna or Anastasia comes into the mix, but Olga and Anastasia seem to went to the same school anyway. Does this game have choices? On the other hand, she couldn't just start pressing buttons at random. Well, sounds as if your father was a security conscious type, a very careful type, so maybe you get locked out or something happens if you get it wrong. If there was a hint, she would do anything to get her hands on it. How do we open the door? Okay. Uh-oh. So, yeah, Chloe's got the vibes that we're gonna let her help us. A slight smile spread across the girl's lips. Okay. The girl introduced herself as Chloe. I was correct. What kind of base word indeed? Suppose if he's a doctor, he probably studied English. Because I'm assuming all these characters are Japanese. It's probably a 4-letter English word. Right, a total of 8 spaces in each letter in the conversion table is equal to 2 numbers. Yeah, they're not willing to trade information about certain things at the moment. Not willing to share. Completely shut down, Olga gave up asking questions. Can you think of a 4-letter word? Is it going to be love? Even though Olga had introduced herself, Chloe still called her you. Or could it be Olga's name? Olga has 4 letters. She was a little angry about this, but knew it wasn't the time to argue. She had to get the medicine as quickly as possible. Search. Alright. And there's a command option as well. I probably need to do a bit of searching before I go clicking on stuff. I can't go back anywhere, so the answer is definitely here somewhere. So we don't have access to the table. Oh, it's icon. It might be icon. So is there a way I can see that? Okay. Yes. Oh, I'm a freaking idiot. I keep forgetting this will be Xbox interface, so X is square. Right, look at the key. So right, okay, so if I'm getting this right, this is A, B, C, D, E, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X. Oh, wait, U, V, W, X. Y. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Okay, for some reason Z is missing, but I guess that just means that Z is definitely not one of the options. So I think it could be icon. So if it's icon, then the code is, and if it's 4 letters with 2 numbers each, and thankfully, if it's icon, it's not any of these letters which are covered. So if I'm right, the code is 57. Just noting this down. The code is 57 8 54 62. So I believe the code. Can I delete that? Yeah, I knew that was wrong, but right. So I believe, if I'm correct, the code should be 5708 5462. Yes.
5708546
Bingo. There was a click as the door to the medicine shelf unlocked. Yeah. The medicine she was looking for was inside just as she knew it would be. So this must be the radiation medicine. She quickly put the small bottle into her bag. Okay. Now, is Chloe going to willingly let you go to her? She whispered with a sigh of relief. And she spun around to thank Chloe. But Chloe was staring at the sky with something on her mind. And well, guys, I think what we will do is we will find out what Chloe has on her mind while she's staring at the sky at the beginning of the next episode, guys. I'm going to leave it on a bit of a cliffhanger here, but unfortunately that is all the time I've got for Abyss of the Sacrifice at the moment, because that puzzle took me way too long to figure out. I'm an idiot sometimes in games, guys. So unfortunately, that is all the time I've got for this episode of Abyss of the Sacrifice, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this series of Abyss of the Sacrifice with me, and that you enjoyed this episode. If you did, then maybe think about giving it a nice, beautiful, big thumbs up. It really helps me out, and it really helps the channel out, guys, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And also, guys, if you're new to the channel and you're enjoying the content so far, then why don't you smash that subscribe button on the channel page, because that'll just keep you up to date with everything that's going on my channel. You'll see all the series I'm doing, including Abyss of the Sacrifice, but also we've got Danganronpa, the Sakura series, Little Nightmares, some of the more recent playthroughs on the channel as well, some of the classics as well, as you could say. Yep. And also, if you click the notification bell next to the subscribe button and let yourself be notified for all notifications, YouTube will let you know in your notification feed whenever I upload a new video, post a new video, whenever we go live, we go onto live streaming on YouTube, plus any comments or notifications I want to post out to you guys. Also, let me know down in the comments what you think about this episode, and talk about the game up to this point as much as you want, guys, but please don't post any spoilers for the game in the comments, as don't want myself or anyone else to be spoiled who's enjoying the playthrough. And yeah, all I would ask is to just be respectful to each other in the comments as well, guys. So we will continue what happens in Abyss of the Sacrifice between these two and the others in the next episode. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.